Welcome back to another Digimon Market Watch. We're going to start today's video by talking on Kimeramon is pre-selling for sub $15. Like, this is a $20 card in Japan, and this is pre-sale. Pre-sale prices are typically higher than the price when the set actually dropped, meaning we could potentially see this card come down even more. Like, this is actually a really good price for pre-sale. Like, just to look at the rest, yeah, see, like, these are far more ridiculous. Like, look at Imperial Paladin mode. 45.83. Someone actually paid around this. This is a $20 card in Japan for good reason, because no one plays this. This is the regular secret art, by the way. It's not even the alternate art. Nobody's played this. Imperial players don't even play this. Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, so Garurumon, this is like $7 or $8 in Japan. Magnamon, 12. Actually, this $12 is what's in Japanese prices. Rapidmon, Shivamon, Imperialmon Finder mode, and yeah. So everything else is higher than their Japanese counterpart, except Kimeramon. Kimeramon, who sits on top of the set in the super rare slot in terms of value, is actually looking pretty good. And there's only 3 listings, so when everybody gets their boxes, cracks them open, and lists their extra Kimeramons, like, we can actually potentially see this come down in value. All right, so moving on to the rest of the cards. All right, so we got Beelzemon. If you are planning on playing the Blast Mode deck at a Digital Hazard, you're going to need 2, maybe 3 copies of this. You don't have to. If you don't want to, there is a new Beelzemon that comes out, but actually the Japanese deck plays both Beelzemon. They play a couple copies of this one, and then the 3 to 4 copies of the new one, which on if you discard it off the top of your deck, it actually kills a champion or lower, which is pretty good. But yeah, the winning Japanese deck lists actually do play 2 to 3 copies. So if you are planning on building that deck, I don't know if this is anywhere on Bandai's radar. I mean, they've been doing a pretty good job at reprinting with like an alternate art of cards that they see as, high value, or like the Digimon card game fest. I don't know if they'll do that for this. They could, closer to when EX Digital Hazard releases. All right, so moving right along, we got Where Garurumon at $6. This promo is going up, and Garurumon promo is also going up, like $5-6, and I can't figure out why. All I can think of is X Antibody when X Antibody comes out, because X Antibody is going to be another game changer. Because think about it, like, you can actually build decks centralized to just be your main line. So, like, if you play, for example, we'll take this deck for example, Gabumon and Gabumon X Antibody. Say you don't have a Gabumon, you can still evolve the X Antibody on top of your egg for the 0 cost and draw one. But let's say you do have a Gabumon, you have a Gabumon out, you evolve Gabumon into X Antibody for free, and draw a card. And then go into Garurumon, and then Garurumon for like 1 cost, and draw another card. And if you have Cool Boy out, you'll actually gain memory and draw cards for playing on top with an X Antibody. So it's so many pluses. You can actually centralize your deck. They're basically, in like terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, you're basically, all your X Antibodies are like upstart goblins. Like, it's definitely going to be a game changer in terms of deck building. All right, so moving right along, we got Kaiser Nail. People have been really creative with Kaiser Nail. I know it's being used now in like a Machine Dramon black deck currently, but some Imperial Dramon players actually play Kaiser Nail. The reason being is if you make your first stack of Imperial Dramon Fighter mode the normal way, you can play Kaiser Nail to pull out your Dragon mode, and then evolve that Dragon mode into a Fighter mode. And since Dragon mode is both blue and green, it fulfills all the requirements to have that Fighter mode fully activated. So, yeah, people have been really creative with Kaiser Nail. All right, speaking of another starter deck card that actually has value, Patamon from the yellow starter deck is like $3-4. This, I do see a lot of play in the yellow hybrid in set 8, because people are playing the new Rapidmon, the gold Rapidmon, the yellow and green. You evolve Patamon into Rapidmon. Rapidmon suspends your opponent's Digimon equal to the number of tamers you have. So very clearly, like, it's an armor card, clearly for hybrids. And then the second effect lets you reduce DP on Digimon by 5,000, and 3 suspended Digimon by 5,000, something like that. And so you could potentially gain a memory back by reducing something to 0. So essentially your 4 cost Rapidmon will be, 3 cost, which is really nice. And then it also has Armor Purge, so you get to keep it and then, make it again, if necessary. All right, another starter deck card that actually has some value, Nailbone. I don't know who is playing Nailbone right now. Like, what deck is playing Nailbone right now? The purple decks are right now is like what, Hybrid, Cherubimon, and then Mastamon. Mastamon isn't playing Nailbone. Mastamon has their own option card that, like, I'm thinking it's a coincidence. Also, like, summons a 6,000 power Digimon, and Magna Angemon just happens to be 6,000. Coincidence? I don't know, but it works out perfectly for that deck. Magna Angemon being a level 5 that has an on-play effect, and then you can play it off of the new option card as well. But yeah, if anybody knows why Nailbone actually has some value in it, let me know. Put it in the comments. All right, Guilmon. Guilmon, you're gonna want this. You're gonna want this for EX2. Reason being, say you have the Guilmon, you evolve it in the egg, and you move it up, right? Say you have Tachikawa out, like you have Tachikawa. Tachikawa lets you, or it gives your Gallantmon and your Growlmon all Blitz, so you can Digivolve your Guilmon, your freshly moved up Guilmon, or I mean it could be already out, but you can evolve it to pass your turn straight into a Gallimon, and Gallimon will still be able to attack. So you can still do all your regular stuff and then evolve it into a Gallimon, and then with Tachikawa, it will let Gallimon attack. So yeah, definitely go ahead and pick up these Guilmon before they go up. EX2, I don't expect it, with every set being delayed, I expect EX2 to be delayed as well. So, 2-3 months down the line, I don't expect to see these starter decks around as much anymore. We'll probably see the Imperial Dramon and Mastamon starter decks more than we'll see the starter deck 7 of Gallantmon and the Old Force. So, go ahead and pick these up. Jesmon. Alright, you're definitely going to be playing this Jesmon when the Jesmon starter deck comes out, way, way, way down the line. Maybe it could be up for reprint, I don't know, but this is a good price to go ahead and pick them up if you're a patient person, and that's the same reason I have the Jesmon alternate art. Like, this is sub $20, it's sub 18, and it's like, or well, 99 cents shipping, so it's like sub 19, and it's sub $19 for an alternate art Jesmon. This is really cool. If you're like a high rarity, if you like high rarity, this is a great time to pick up the Jesmon stuff. Alright, Mimi Tachikawa. Alright, if you are planning on playing Shivamon and you don't have your Mimis, go ahead and pick up your Mimis. The winning Shivamon decks in Japan are basically turbo. They play like 2-cost rookies, 1-cost evolution champions, Digizorption, Blossomon, and then the what is it, like Cyclamon or something? It's the Cyclist that comes out in set 8. That's also a Digizorption. You want to get into Shivamon really quickly and then make multiple Shivamons, and even if you and then you also want to play cheap stuff out on the field to use the new option to rest your other stuff and then rest your opponents, or basically lock down your opponent. And Mimi actually helps speed that along really great once you have a level 5, because once you evolve it up, you can basically hatch and move, or move and hatch. Like, you can go ahead and facilitate you could go ahead and build a new stack. The Shivamon decks would play like 2-3 copies of this Mimi, and it's absolutely necessary. Like the rest of the lineup have like no effects. Like, they're literally playing vanilla up until the ultimates with what is it, the Digizorption. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, go ahead and pick up your Mimis. Mimi has always been good since its release. All right, moving right along, Marcus Damon. This is the preferred red tamer for the Black War Greymon deck, since all your cards are Greymon, so you'll get to gain a memory at least once a turn if you have one of these out, to suspend when you attack with a Greymon and then gain a memory. Yeah, so I mean, they're already looking like people are already picking them up. Like, there's a couple that sold today. So yeah, go ahead and pick this up if you were planning on playing Black War Greymon. I got other tamers. So with dual colors coming out, these dual tamers are far better, or like much better. You can actually play these tamers to, also be able to throw in your other color options that you think will be really great. Like for example, if you not playing a blue deck, you could play Sora and Joe, and it's like generically good. Like this is actually a generically good card. You won't get the, if you don't have a blue, you won't get the trash two, but like these cards definitely makes your opponent think about playing a different way. I know when I see a Joe and Sora and I play Jesmon, I like have to consider, do I really want to throw out, my sister mons? Because my sister mons will let me get all my Jesmon effects, to restand, pop something, etc. But like when I see a Joe and Sora, like it makes me like rethink. So cards like this, TK and Kari, I know I've definitely like held back on attacks before just because they had TK and Kari's out. Like these tamers actually like messes with your opponent, so you definitely need to pick up these, and the fact that their memory gains also stack. So the more you have out, the more memory you get when they're triggered. Like it just messes with people. Izzy and Joe, and then I actually didn't have. Yeah, I don't have a Sora and Mimi pulled out for purple, but yeah, Sora and Mimi. All right, so the last thing I really want to talk about is the memory boost. In Japan, the newer deck list, they're up to set 9. They all shore up their decks with the red, well, not red, but with the memory boost that searches. Like, and these are looking to be really cheap. Like, look at this, $2, $3, $3, $3, $3. Like for the promo, like $2 for the regular, like sub $1 for the starter deck ones. Yeah, like I said, like I was saying before, people are condensing their decks for BT9. So you're focusing on just the core. So you can play your memory boost to search for the other pieces, and then have more memory to work on a later turn. So you can build your stack immediately all the way up and get all your draws, get all your memory, etc. So people are definitely short, like throwing in the purple memory boost to fill in their extra spaces outside of their cores. So I would definitely recommend picking them up now. And these are like adorable. Like these are really cool for collectors. I don't know why the black memory boost is far higher than everybody else, because it's not the case here with the regular one. Is it the art? Like, I mean, Kimeramon is pretty cute, and then Garurumon is Garurumon.